What is going on, guys? This is KS Shogun, fellow Harley player at Injustice, making this video not only for some of the Harley players on TYM and on the forums, but showing how you can get around some of these interactables and the problems that they have. Now, what I'm going to be focusing in this first part of the video, it will be power throws. Things that Superman can do, Green Lantern can do, Doomsday can do, a lot of the power characters in the game where they throw stuff at you for unblockable damage. Some things that have heat-seeking properties where they completely just follow you, no matter if you jump, if you dash, if you do whatever. Like I said, some of these videos will be in parts. Don't expect them to come out too fast, too soon. I'll be making them a little bit later down the road. As right now, I just wanted to get this out because I had a lot of questions. A lot of people came to me and they were like, "Show, how can I get around some of these interactables, or how do you work your way around them?" So we're gonna go ahead and start off with a few of the tougher ones, and then we'll kind of work our way to all of them. But what I really want to show is start off with the ice chamber, which is 2 hits. Of unblockable damage, which does about 20%. Now, if I get closer to Superman by dashing up, it'll usually do 1 hit. I don't know why it's doing 2 hits there, but yep, it'll usually do about 1 hit. Or if I backdash, it'll do about 1 hit as well. Personally, my suggestion is I really don't mess with this interactable just because it's a complete pain in the ass. It's definitely one of the hardest interactables to either punish or counter or, you know, attack your opponent. I'm having Superman do a meter burn power throw just because we're going to show worst case scenario. Now, obviously, if Superman did not meter burn it, I can jump 2, hit him out of it, punish, jump 3, hit him out of it, punish. Basically hit him with anything before he has the chance to throw it and put it into a combo or whatever your character likes to do off an anti-air for the punish. Now, as you can see in the center region, it does do 2 hits of unblockable damage. So what I love doing to punish a lot of the air interactables and a lot of interactables in this game, because most of the times, most interactables do 1 hit of unblockable damage, is to do forward meter burn into forward 3 or back 3. It's all universal. Every character in the game has this. And then either dash up, punish it. Now, the thing that's kind of good about Harley is her meter burn back 3 and her meter burn forward 3 covers a lot of range, so I can kind of let it rip and then continue to punish my opponent if I choose so. Unfortunately, the ice chamber does not care about this because it does 2 hits of unblockable damage, so I cannot do a meter burn cancel or a meter burn whatnot. Obviously, Harley can do a super. Some other characters can do a super punish. I know a few characters cannot, but you may have to go into the lab and test it out for yourself. Now, how meter burn throws in this game work for power characters, and I believe other characters that can just jump up and throw some of the things, like there are a few things we can throw as well, like the face on Arkham Asylum and stuff like that. If you meter burn the throw, as soon as the item or whatever the interactable you throw leaves your hands, you no longer have the hyper armor. Now, I believe hyper armor is about more than 4 or 5 hits. So, personally, I've never seen me being a Harley player in a match, I've never knocked a character out of using a meter burn attack. But what you can do in this specific scenario is you can kind of time your hits. As you saw, I did jump 2 into gunshot. That's hit Superman out right before he was going to throw the interactable. Or you can do down 2, and sometimes you can hit him out of it, and the interactable won't even rip. Now, that's really precise timing, and that's really if you're feeling ballsy, if you're feeling froggy, or if you have no other options, you have no life, or you don't have enough time to backdash, you're like body to body to him. You know, you have to basically hit him in order for you to survive. That's the only time I'd really use it in that situation. So, and obviously that's for Harley Quinn. Other characters may have better tech. Other characters may have worse tech. I'm not too sure. But you guys definitely gonna have to go into the lab, see what your character can specifically do, Like I said, the ice chamber is one of the tougher interactables to punish. Now I'll be showing you guys probably one of the worst interactable to probably punish in this game, and we're gonna move straight on to that. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we're going on to part 2. This is actually gonna be the big weight in the prison yard. Obviously, it has a kind of like the cars, like has that type of property in the game. Obviously, if I was far enough, it would hit about, I think I'd say it's like 90% of the screen. It'll go for. But if I was farther back, I'd be able to block. I'd be able to evade it. Right now in the situation I'm in with the reset, I'm gonna get hit by it every time. The silly thing about this interactable, I mean, as you guys can see, I can't neutral jump. I can't back jump. I can't forward jump as like the ice chamber. But it only does one hit as of now. And I'm sure you guys are saying, well, show, you know, why don't you can just, you know, meter burn forward 3 or back 3, and then you can dash and punish, or meter burn back 3 and then hit him with the meter burn back or back 3 and into a special combo. But for some reason, and this is why this prison weight is idiotic, is when you meter burn cancel, when you decide to do that, you get hit twice every time, and it does 40% damage. 40% damage. That is insane. That is ridiculous. So if I had the smarts, if I had the Yomi, or you know, I baited you to pick up the interactable so I could decide to punish you, I'll get punished twice as much for basically being the smarter player, or wanting to counter whatever I want to counter. So that's absolutely silly. As I'll show you guys with Car later, one of Car's best ways to evade Car is by getting body to body and then jumping over, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later. But as you can see, the prison weight here doesn't really care that I want to jump over. So I mean, sometimes it'll hit, sometimes it won't if I time it right, but that is like if I completely predict it. This is not on this isn't even on reaction. Like, I'm just doing it every time. So this interactable is ridiculous. It's 40%. I don't know. Well, all right, guys. That's the prison weight. The reason why I call it prison weight, I don't know. There's like weights in the back. There's this big ogre guy. So let's just say that's his. But we're gonna go on and move to some other intervals. All right, guys. We are back with some new scenery over here in Wayne Manor. This is the almost full screen car. It's about, I'd say, 90%, just like the weight. This car has the same exact properties, to my knowledge, as the Metropolis car on that map. This one's a little bit easier to evade because you can jump over it every time, get body to body, jump over, and then punish it with whatever on the other side. So this one you can actually dash in front of and do a crouch move. For some reason, I don't believe it works if you do a standing move. Yep, you can dash forward, do a block crouch move, and then you can punish with something else. Now, I am just testing this with Harley, so you guys may have to go in the lab and test it with your very own character. But this is mainly just you know, situations Harley can get out of. Obviously, if you have a bigger hitbox like Grundy, Lex, Bane, you're probably screwed in that situation. But you know, you can definitely dash up, whatever, get over it. Obviously, I can't fully evade it, but if I was closer to being full screen, I can get around that. And the properties that it should work, just like how the prison weight should work, actually, is I can meter burn it, dash, and then punish if I chose to. You know, see? Or I can meter burn back into a hit, or I can meter burn forward into a hit, punish, or, you know, I can do a lot of things. But a lot of things I think that I should be able to do with prison weight. So that's the car. Obviously, you can do supers, just like you can with the prison weight. But you know, obviously, if you didn't have super or if you just had meter, those would be your ways to get around car. And we'll be going to another interactable, so I'll see you guys shortly. All right, we are back, and we are here at Arkham Asylum. Some, if not a lot of power players' favorite map because they can throw a lot of shit at you. This one will just be working around the TV. TV has some properties that some air interactables don't have, but what it does have is it kind of has I'd say it has a medium heat-seeking mode. And I say a medium heat-seeking mode is because, let's say, if I'm right there, it'll follow me. If I backdash, it'll follow me. If I go really far back, it'll follow me. But if I try to get under him, which is probably one of your best tools against TV, it won't follow me under me. Now, there are some interactables that have, I'll say level 3. We'll do level 1, level 2, level 3 when it comes to the air interactables. And basically, the higher is the better they have heat-seeking mode. There are some where you cannot go under them. I think Plant is a good example. And there's all types of different ones. And then there are some where they don't have any type of heat-seeking ability at all. Kind of like the tablet tile on Atlantis or the lion head on Wonder Woman's stage, where if you either backdash it or jump at a specific time, you can always get around it because it doesn't have that much in depth. TV you can still jump out of sometimes, if I can time it right. But at sometimes, you know, the best way to do it is to get under it. Punish with whatever you want to punish it with. You can dash. You can meter burn. Overhead meter burn. Now, there's some characters that obviously don't have the amount of range that Harley does when she does her meter burn attacks. In that case, I say, you know, just dash up and then, you know, do a punish if you can. Cancel dash. But I believe all the airborne interactables that can be thrown at you are all one hit. So if you're in the range where you can punish your opponent, I definitely recommend doing that. If you're not in the range, I mean, you can still meter burn, but it's like if you just don't want the knockdown because they may have a setup or whatnot, but you may just want to try to dodge it on your own will if it's by full screen. Kind of waiting for it to come down and then jumping is probably your best tool because you kind of want to try to bait the projectile to follow you. But, I mean, sometimes it'll never work. Sometimes it will work. It's just in some of the random mechanics of some of the interactables in this game. So that's those interactables, air interactables, and we'll be moving on to a few more interactables after this break. All right, guys, here we are with another interactable. This one is I just wanted to make a quick one for this. It won't be too long. This is just the missile on Ferris airway or aircraft or whatever it's called. This one, you can just jump out of it, which is really cool. So anybody who likes to go for this at the beginning of the round and whatnot, you can completely jump it, and it has no air hitting hitbox. So that's actually a really good one for us to punish, us characters that can't do anything, that aren't power characters. So if somebody goes up for it, watch it and jump up and punish. And that one's pretty simple. So, and I'll probably be showing you guys, I'll probably say one more, and I'll probably end it at that one. So, alright guys, here we are at Atlantis. Just showing you guys probably one of my favorite ones to do punishes on probably one of my favorite maps, Atlantis. It's basically when they punch the whole aquarium there in the back and basically send all the water rushing in. You meter burn. That was weird. You meter burn and then you can punish afterwards, so do some good damage. Or you can just let it rip. Or you can backdash if you don't have any meter. If you don't want to spend any meter, I like to pass the where the little monuments are in order to know when I'm safe, when I know my ranges, and then try to punish. You always try to want to get as much damage as possible whenever you can punish your opponent, and give them a shot there. Or if you really feel brave, you can silly slide in. Sometimes if you do it too quick, you'll get hit by the unblockable, so I don't really advise that. So, I mean, whatever you want to do, but this is probably one of Harley's best tools to do, punish, and it's a really good setup to have, especially when you play opponents that always want to try to get to the ends of Atlantis to try to do those. So, and this will be my only non-power character punish segment on this video, since we are in Atlantis on the water pipe. Just different options you can do to punish this version as well. You can do Tantrum Stance for the Harley players, wait for the water to come out and then punish. Or you can do a late jump back pistol that will evade you from the water completely. Or a dump jumble pistol at any time. You can also, of course, meter burn into anything you want to punish it in. Or you can let it rip and then punish it. Doesn't really matter. Or you can backdash. Obviously, the same as the water. I like to, the monument right there where the tablet is or where the sphere is on the other side. Basically back up to there and then punish my opponent. So I mean, the options, you have a ton of options. Obviously, with your character, you're gonna have to see what you have and then punish it from there. But obviously, it's that's why I really do enjoy this map, because it's really fun to, personally, it's really fun to punish my opponents when they think they can get free stuff on here all the time. So that's it, guys. That'll be my video of the first segment. Like I said earlier, don't expect the second part or the third part to be coming out too fast, too quick. I just wanted to get this out there to answer a few questions. And if you guys do have any other questions or need any help with anything, please feel free to contact me. I'm always down to answer questions. As for match videos on my channel, Shogun Station, I won't be posting too many match videos just because I'm preparing for Evo, so I'll be mainly playing on PS3 now for more often, and my streaming device will be on Xbox 360. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, learned a couple things, and I'll see you guys around. Take it easy.